Alright. Shalom, Salakia for the delay. We had to close out because I had to work now, so we got a little free time, so I can continue it out until we finish. So let's go back to reading 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verses 9. It says, as it continues, in verses 8, we should read again. Moreover, there went out of a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews. So you see how they plot. All of them had already been plotting against the who? The Jews, the Jakes. And the reason why they mention of the Jews is because the northern kingdom was not there. They were already in the land that never mankind dwelt, which is known as Astra today, which is America today, to be exact. So you see why they were referring to the Jews, because the bulk of the northern kingdom were in the Americas already. The southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the Jews were in this hemisphere. So, the eastern hemisphere to be exact. Let's continue. It says, and whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles should be put to death, that then might a man see in this present misery. So we see where they were forced to become these Gentiles, verbatim statement, whosoever would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles would be unalived. So how could someone get this information, get the sites with the links, which we did multiple times on my page, yet still come to say what I'm saying is false, even try to say Maccabees book 1 and 2 is not canon, which we read it is. So if it is canon, it's part of the historical points leading into the Greek Empire, to the Greco-Roman Empire in the New Testament, which is a continuation, is a history, which the continuations of that history is in the New Testament, which is why you have Jews nor Greeks, and these Greeks mentioned that is going to be saved was according to the promise of the entirety of the Israelites. Which is why it says in Romans 11 and verses 26, and all Israel shall be saved, as it is written. The Father is going to send a deliverer which shall save the children of Jacob. I don't know butcher it, so let me get the precept. Romans 11 and 26. It says, and all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion a deliverer, like I said, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. To this is my covenant unto them, when I shall take away their sins. This is who he came for. So this is where it continues. So that Jew nor Greek or Jew or Gentile madness that the Christian try to stir up and make a direct separation. There's no separations. You just don't understand scriptures. You just don't understand law and testimony. And if you don't understand law and testimony and the ways of the Heavenly Father, you have no spirit of discernment, which is why many of y'all traffic into Christianity, because it's more easy to do. But when you look at the statistics of the scriptures as to where the prophets that we're supposed to follow by, weren't they not keeping the ways of the Heavenly Father on a day-to-day basis? Keeping the holy feast days like Passover and other days, keep the atonement, which is sacrifice days, before, and then of course when Yahushua came, he was the lamb, which is why you no longer keep the Day of Atonement by sacrificing the lamb, because he is that atonement for our transgressions, the elect to be exact. This is why we can say Jew or Greek, because if you don't understand where the Greek come from, who's the Greek according to the scriptures, because the Bible was written for who? It literally tells you it was written for the children of Israel, the Israelites. This is why Apostle Paul also always say, which we have on our display picture, 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 22. Are they Hebrew? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. We show definitions that the definition of Gentile is also includes Israel. And heathen also. We show how the Israelite became Greek or heathen or Gentile. What more could you possibly want? Because at this point in time, you still can't disprove it. So what more could you possibly want to gain that information? For those who can't receive it, it's as simple as this. Romans 11 verse 7. Let's get it. What then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Y'all are the ones that are blinded because y'all still misrepresent scriptures. You still butcher, and you still don't understand what Greeks and Gentiles and heathens have. One thing they have in common. Those that are going to be saved in that is named Greeks, Gentiles, or heathens. Because when you go into 2nd Ezra, let's grab that real quick before you continue in that precept, before you close out. 2nd Ezra chapter 12 verse 33 says, I, Ezra, receive a charge of Yahweh upon Mount Oreb, and that I should go unto Israel. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught, and despised the commandments of Yahweh, because they are so stiff-necked in doing the ways of the heathens, the customs of the heathens. And therefore I say unto you, O ye heathens. So the Israelites that he went on to were disobedient, and he called them heathens. Straight, clear cut, and undeniable fact, yet again proven in scriptures that we just read. And there's more. To the Achaeans, y'all know there's a lot more to show. But I'll have to close off here because I'm on the road and I almost reached down the road. So I hope this information brought forth to you was very edifying. For those who have the ears to hear, let them hear. Let me finish the last piece I was reading before. Romans 11 verse 7. It says, what then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest, who is the rest? The ones who wasn't given to hear. Many are called, few are chosen. The ones who wasn't chosen, the ones who wasn't called, those are the ones who would not be able to receive it at this point in time, which we know as the 2/3 of our people. And the rest were blinded. Let's continue. According to as it is written, power had given them a spirit of slumber, eyes that they cannot see, and ears that they should not hear, until this day. And as David said, let their tables be made a snare unto them, a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back always. As straight as you can get to say, if at this point, as it brought forth to you in full precepts, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, according to the standard Isaiah 8 and 20, because we have studied, and you still are unable to gravitate or accept or understand that the Israelites became Gentiles, even as it was proven verbatim statements in the scriptures, you know where you stand. You're either a tier, or you are either a 2/3. As simple as you can get it. So I hope this lesson again was edifying. I will say Shalom Yasharala, Kal Halal Yam Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakakodash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of JMS Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for the bring forth the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect tabernacle of David. And I am your brother Zariak, saying to you, Shalom.